Alex, so I was going on my YouTube, I seen this video pop up and I want to watch it. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone, like always. And why watch it by myself? So, like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments or anything, just hit the comment section up below and let's get into the video. Alex comments on Fallout with Jamie Foxx over leaving the Jamie Foxx show. Let's go.
I was kind of there from the beginning of the journey with him. I like to tell people I was there from his $1,500 a month apartment till his $27 million mansion. And I'm so proud of him because he's one of those dudes that never forgot where he came from. We always stayed close. We stayed tight. It was like working with your friend every episode. And you got to understand, it's the similarities between the Jamie Foxx show and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I wasn't on the Jamie Foxx show at the beginning. It was the last 2 or 3 seasons, three, 4 seasons, something like that. And it was incredible. A lot of people say, hey man, they didn't even really start watching as much until all of us came in Jingles 2000. You know what I mean? Me.
What he just say? He hold on. He bugging because Jamie Foxx show was lit from season one.
The beginning. It was the last 2 or 3 seasons, 4 seasons, something like that. And it was incredible. A lot of people say, hey man, they didn't even really start watching as much until all of us came in Jingles 2000. You know what I mean? Me, Mouse, Curtis, all the guys, you know what I mean? So it was his homies. And we literally
I don't know. I don't know. That's cap. I think that's cap. I think that's cap because I'm a Jamie Foxx fan, and I could say like we was all watching that. It was lit. It was lit off the rip. He's stupid. It was stupid and lit off the rip, like off the off the first episode. She, you can even play. You can even claim when Orlando Brown came on there. Orlando Brown probably turned it up a little bit because he only had I think he only had 1 or 2 episodes. Like, what's just one episode? Orlando Brown's episode was type lit too. Like, that's actually one of my favorite episodes. I ain't gonna hold you. So like, I don't know. When he had him as a friend, it was funny. Him and the other guy, I forget their name. I don't even remember their names, honestly. But I know they were funny. They were really funny. Like, you know what I mean? But Jamie Foxx was always like, I think that show was lit from season one.
just had fun every episode. And the falling out with me and Jamie, it was one of the weirdest situations of my career. It was like my first real dilemma of, oh my God, what am I gonna do? This is a blessing, but another blessing just happened to come on the phone. You know what I mean? So long story short, it was the end of the Jamie Foxx show. Like, we got wind that this is about to be the last episode or few episodes.
If you've written a book and want to publish it to over 3 billion potential readers, now is your chance.
This is about to be last episode.
I do not.
Or few episodes.
By the way, I do not stamp that message. I don't know what that company that is, so don't look on here and think like, oh yo, man, that look lit. No, we don't know what that does, so don't fall for it.
So in a nutshell, I was a regular on the Jamie Foxx show, right? And I forgot. I mean, I stopped counting how many episodes I was on, but there were some huge episodes that I was on. And I want to say I got the call from Dr. Dre maybe with 2 episodes left. But we knew that it was about to be the end of the Jamie Foxx show. You get what I'm saying?
Hold up, Dr. Dre. So what opportunity could have came to a comedian? All right, so he a comedian, right? He's a comedian. What opportunity could Dr. Dre have given him that would have been better than another comedian's opportunity, which is having his own TV show? I mean, on a TV show. Like, Dr. Dre does music and he does comedy. I'm interested to see what that other opportunity was.
Because the same thing, it's a good problem that he had in his life. Because the problem he had was the same problem that Will had. Okay, you have become so big now that it's now time for you to be a movie star. So exact same thing would happen with Will Smith. And I was there. I got to see it. I was sitting in the dressing room when they walked in the script for Independence Day for Will. You get what I'm saying? Like this dude's about to go from here, right, to out of here. You know what I mean? And that's why Cut to Independence Day ended up being one of the biggest movies of all time at that time. That dude was literally ready to become a super box office star. It was time for him to move up. You know, it's almost like in comedy when you
especially
go from
especially after that Phil that episode of Fresh Prince when Will Smith was talking to dad like, well, my dad don't want me. Like he was wild, like he was really getting his acting bag when he did that. I want and then when I seen them talk about that scene, he didn't even know they didn't even know he can do that. I like he could reach into a real emotion and project it like that. So that's when we really realized that that dude could act.
clubs to auditoriums to theaters, theaters to arenas, arenas to stadiums, it was like that for them. So in Jamie's case, it was basically the end of the show. Who knew one day while I'm on set, Dr. Dre calls me out of nowhere. Hey, I'm about to do this tour. I want you on this tour. I'm like, you want me on the tour? He was like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, well, Dre, you know, I'm on the Jamie Foxx show. He's like, yeah, I know. I'll be watching that. You funny as hell. Yeah. He goes, I want to do something that never been done before. And I was like, what is that? He's like, I want a comedian to host a huge hip hop tour. It's gonna be the biggest tour of all time. And I was like, oh, really? Who's gonna be on it? He's like, man, Ice Cube, you know, NWA, you know, there'll be Snoop Dogg, the East Siders, you know, Warren G, Dub C, and the new kid, his name is Eminem. And I'm like, Eminem was fresh, brand new, but blowing the hell up. I'm like, oh, this sounds like this gonna be huge.
Now, as an artist, it sounds like a dope opportunity. Like as a fellow as an artist, as a music artist, right here, right, sound like a dope opportunity. And I guess if you had nothing going on, it would be considered a dope opportunity. But as a comedian, I feel like as a comedian, what's up, Rocky? Shout out to Rocky for entering the chat. Even though he's on some negative, shout out to you for entering the chat, bro. Um, so as for the like as a comedian, is that really a better opportunity? I don't know. I don't know.
She's like, man, 30,000 seats. Every single
I
city
mean,
in
you just
America.
watching the
I
video,
want you to host
the
this.
show.
I was like, okay, so when are you starting? He like, Thursday. I was like, Thursday? Thursday? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm on a TV show, Dre. He's like,
And
he
you
just
get
cut
seen by
straight to
more
it. He's
people
like,
on the TV
how much
show
that
than
nigga paying you?
30,000.
What you getting paid? And at that time, the Jamie Foxx show was big for me. I was getting $5,000 an episode, right? For a young up and coming dude.
That's dope.
This
Yeah.
was, 30, 20 something years, 25 years ago. I'm like, I gotta get it. He's like, I'll double this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so what time am I going on stage Thursday? How long is the drive?
See, this is a great example because he's doing well. You can see the way he dressing. I don't really know his life per se to say if he's doing well based off a decision. You can't regret decisions in life you make when you're trying to become something. You just gotta follow the path. That's it, right? So, like, we don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here. It says, oh, shout out to Tom for entering the chat. Hold on, Tom. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to damn. Hold on. Shout out to Tom for entering the chat. Tom says, it was so hard to read the chat from this, like, doing it this way. It's hard to read the chat. I gotta read it as it comes in. But what was I saying? I was pretty much saying like, so this is a great example of is the money greater than is taking the money greater than taking the opportunity for exposure, because there are people who stayed on that show. There's people who stayed on that show that didn't be as big as Jamie Foxx or didn't get like the kind of opportunities you would think would come from such a big show, right? and like there are more people watching you, but than 30,000, honestly, if you're on a TV show, especially back in them days, right? But was it is it worth it, the money over the exposure? And that's always the constant battle when you do entertainment. You don't know whether or not, because we all struggling. Like when you're an artist, there's, I don't care. Even there's some people who are struggling in front of people, like they're famous and they're not even like wealthy, so but they famous, like, you know what I'm saying? And that is like that is like the worst, because you, not everybody's in your business. Then if you're not really doing, it's just crazy. That's not really the best part about fame. Like, if you get famous and don't have the money, that sucks, like, you know what I'm saying? But there are people who are famous and didn't get the bread, and there's people who got the bread but for the time, like they got a big bag, and later on, no, like, you know what I'm saying, people still barely know who they are, and the bag runs up. So it's like you hit a crossroad like that. I can see how that's hard for someone. Like, I can see that's hard for him. I can see how that's hard for him, because you don't, because like, let's look at today, like, who do we know that has been in movies and excelled to the point where, like, from the Jamie Foxx show, to where it's like, so there's possibility that he could be one of those people that just doesn't excel, and he could take the bag. Me personally, 5,000 though episode. How many episodes was he doing a week? Is the question. But anywho, we can go down the rabbit hole. Let's not. Let's
First
not do that.
city, and the first city was Chula Vista. I'll never forget Chula Vista, San Diego. And now I have a dilemma, and my dilemma is, the bottom line is,
I ain't gonna
no
front
concert on the
though. I
planet
ain't gonna
is
front.
bigger
Them
than
joints
any
is
TV show.
clean.
I don't care how big your concert is.
Them joints is
TV
clean.
show
I ain't gonna
hits
hold you.
whatever. Hundreds of millions of people all over the
I ain't
world.
gonna
You get what
hold
I'm
you.
saying? But I had to weigh it out, man. One more week, no, 2 more weeks
I need me a
of
pair of
five
those. Them
thousand
joints is
dollars,
clean though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
or
What we
damn
got with
near
it?
make a
Huh?
half a million, three, four
What is
hundred
it? That's the
thousand
couch.
dollars, the most I've ever
Couch
made in
on
my life, on a 40-city tour
the at sign.
around America.
That's pretty clean.
You
Like,
do the math. What you think I did? Up in smoke. I had to get on tour, man, and to be honest with you, ended up being the most money I've ever made in my life. I bought my
yo,
first
I don't believe
house
any chain is real
after I
these
got
days.
off
Like,
that
I don't
tour.
know. That might not be a real chain. I
That's
don't
how
believe
I
anything
got
is
the movie
real
The Wash.
these days. But I know
Because
these
when we
J's is
were
real.
on tour,
I
I
know
want to
that.
say like maybe our 30th city. I believe we were in Detroit at Eminem's hometown. And DJ Pooh just pulled up in valet one day. Pooh, what's up, da-da?
I ain't gonna front. Them J's is clean though. Them J's is clean. Yeah, what number are those? I forget. I forget though. Hold on, I'm trying to think. They even J's? Are these are these even J's? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Look at the symbol. You can see it right there. The symbol. That's crazy. Them joints is fire.
Hundreds of millions of people all over the world. You get what I'm saying? But I had to weigh it out, man. One more week, no, 2 more weeks of $5,000, or damn near make a half a million, three, $400,000, the most I've ever made in my life, on a 40-city tour around America. You do the math. What you think I did?
The math. Nah. All right. So 5,000 a week. How much he said?
Up in smoke. I had to get on tour. Hundreds of millions of people all over the world. You get what I'm saying? But I had to weigh it out, man.
Oh
One
yeah,
more
this is what I was
week,
talking about. Here's what I was
never
talking about.
forget.
Let me see what went
Chula
through his
Vista,
mind.
San Diego. And now I have a dilemma. And my dilemma is, the bottom line is, no concert on the planet is bigger than any TV show.
That's what I was saying.
I don't care how big your concert is.
Yo, that's what I was saying, but he obviously thought through that. So let's listen. Let me stop talking and let me listen to what he's saying, because I want to know what went through his mind.
TV show hits whatever. Hundreds of millions of people all over the world. You get what I'm saying? But I had to weigh it out, man. One more week, no, 2 more weeks of $5,000, or damn near make $500,000, $300,000-$400,000, the most I've ever made in my life on a 40-city tour around America. You do the math. What you think I did?
The math.
Up in
I would have
smoke.
took that. I would have took that
I had
too,
to
I
get on
guess.
tour, man. And to be honest with you, ended up being the most money I've ever made in my life. I bought my first house after I got off that tour. That's how I got the movie The Wash. Because when we were on tour, I want to say like maybe our 30th city. I believe we were in Detroit at Eminem's hometown.
That's a big
And
one.
DJ Pooh just pulled up in valet one day. Pooh, what's up, da-da? And I just happened to be on Dre's bus. Because I hung out with Dre a lot on his bus because it was the only bus on tour where there was no weed and I didn't smoke weed. I would mess around when I'm with Snoop every once in a while, puff on it, and then go cough for 30 minutes, cough my lungs out and stuff, and act like I was down, but I wasn't a weed smoker. And literally the only bus on the Upper Smoke tour that didn't have weed was Dre's bus. He was constantly making music and he was always giving me game about the business. One day, Pooh walks on with this script.
Okay.
Long story short, hey man, we trying to shoot this movie when we get off tour. It's a remake of the famous movie with Richard Pryor. It's called Car Wash. We calling that The Wash. I want you in that. Hello, my name is Adam
I do
Ferrari,
not approve
Chief
this
Executive
message
Officer
right
of
here. I
Phoenix
don't know what
Energy.
this is.
I look forward to you joining.
Nope.
Wash. I want you in that. I went out there, killed it on stage in front of 30,000 people. He's like, you ain't even got to audition. You got to roll. So not only was it the most money I'd ever made doing stand-up on a rock star level, but now I got a movie out of it and I bought a brand new house. Jamie was upset.
He made the right move. He made the right move. He made the right move. He made the right move, man. Sometimes it's hard to determine what move is the right move, especially when you're out here trying to get it. You don't want to make the wrong move. You don't want to do a false step, like, you know what I mean? But you know, he made the right move. Even if it was the wrong move, it would have been the right move because you're following his gut. You know what I mean? Whenever you follow your gut, man, you just gotta trust your gut. Even if you feel like, oh man, that was wrong. Somewhere down the line, it was a good move. Somewhere, something happened. Something was the reason why you have to go that route with it. You know, I tell myself that all the time.
Like, you know, because I became really a part of the Jamie Foxx show. But he ended up understanding it was like a business move I had to make. I don't know what city it was, but Jamie ended up coming to one of the shows on tour to see what his little brother was doing. I believe it was like maybe the 25th city, because that's when we shot the DVD in Boston, where the Celtics played. Sold out, 30,000 people. I ripped the roof off that joint, and he was proud of me. He's like, hey man, you stood up, you had to do what you had to do. You know what I mean? And basically that was squashed. It never came to like F you or F you and I don't like you, you ain't. No, it was a business move I had to make. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've never told anybody this. I believe that if I was a part of the Jamie Foxx show from the beginning, and we were like, had guaranteed 4 more seasons on the WB, I would have said no. I would have had to respectfully say no to Dr. Dre.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Because TV's been.
See, now that makes sense. So this guy is really smart. That makes sense. So his decision was sound. You know what I mean? That's what's up, man. Even though he don't need my opinion on his decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying sometimes it's good to hear stories like this because I go through the back and forth with your mind on, is this going to be a good move? Is this a good move to make? And it just, hearing this story just helps me understand, like, follow your gut, like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. Follow your gut.
Than me going in.
No one commented. Hold on a second. Nope, nobody commented. Okay.
Anywhere live. You get what I'm saying? But things happen for a reason. Ended up being the biggest tour in hip hop history. And at that time, it was the biggest DVD in hip hop history. I did something that had never been done to me one night. And they were like, cuz, you killing it, cuz. Like, they know you, cuz. Stand-up goes. It gave me a new type of confidence from going and killing in front of 30,000 people every night. There wasn't a comedy club on the planet I didn't go into it going, oh, I'm gonna rip the roof off this thing. You know what I'm saying?
And it did wonders for his
So yeah, it
confidence.
was great.
You can't, yo, listen, you can't be mad at something that does wonders for your confidence. I'm telling you right now, you can't get mad at something that does that. Because that's hard to come by. Like people with confidence, hard to come by. And if you got something that does wonders for your confidence, I don't think you should let it go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you should second guess it at all. Anything that does wonders for your confidence is a good thing for you. For real. Listen, I'm done. We done with this reaction. You know, just testing things out, trying new things out, trying little things. I wonder, yo, I can't even make this bigger. Like, I wish I could make me the main screen, but I can't do it. Like, even if I do that, oh, that turns it off. Okay, that was wrong. See, I can't even. I don't know. This is all the options we have on here. That's crazy. They need to make just a YouTube live app, like just a regular YouTube live app, just so that it can have so many different buttons and stuff on it. But anywho, I'm done with here. Thanks for watching the reaction video. Thanks for watching the video with me. Till next time, I'm gonna do another reaction. Till next time,